right, everyone, it is time for the awards portion of the evening.
Yay.
By a round of applause, who has been to the SMAC Awards before? By another round of applause, who would like to go back to the Knights of Columbus next year? That's what I thought. The treasurer wants to go back to the Knights of Columbus.
No.
So John Stagnoni actually, he realized when we did the math that it wasn't any more expensive to have it here than it was to have it there. So thank you, John. That remains to be seen, though. We'll let you know. Before we begin, I would like to welcome some of our guests here tonight. We have Joe Soares from the school committee. We also have chairwoman of the school committee, Katie Pina Enochian. We were at the Taste of Stoughton this year, and someone won a raffle, and the announcer said, "The winner is Katie." And I turned to Katie and I said, "It's you." You can go up. Also, we have former selectman, and he's working heavily with the high school building project. We have TJ Recupero. We have our newest selectman, Peter Brown. We have our longest member of the Board of Selectmen in this room, Bob O'Regan.
Way to go, Bob.
We have the funniest selectman, who is also the vice chairman, Bob Cohn. And we have the loudest selectman, who is the chairman, David Spanky Souza. We also have our board of directors here tonight, of course, who make all of this possible. They keep SMAC on track. They're always looking for new ways to improve the station, to improve the quality. Over this past year, we got a new digital signal. The picture looks better. Always working to motivate everyone on the staff and just to provide better content, better quality for the town of Stoughton. And those board members are, we have John Malley.
Yay.
Bob Mullen. Alan Mills. And our treasurer, Stephen Bates. And our president, John Stagnoni. And as a special treat tonight for the wives of the board of directors, these plants that you see around the room are replantable, and they're gifts for all of you. Aww. Please do not fight over the colors. Please work that out amongst yourselves. Thank you. That's for all the nights that we have to borrow your husbands for our board meetings. So thank you. Okay.
I thought they came voluntarily.
All right, shameless plug. Jeff Pickett and I wrote the Murder at the Library play this year.
I got tickets.
It's tomorrow night, and Spanky and I have tickets if anyone needs any. And a few people in this room are in it. I'm in it. Spanky. TJ is in the play as well. Is anyone else in the play? Jamie, of course. Joe Feaster is playing the judge. Excellent. Steve Kelly appears by video segment, so that's fun. So come and see that if you can. All right.
On five, it's Carlos.
Carlos, yes. Del Doubleday. Excellent. So our first award is, this was an idea from the board of directors to start a Citizen of Stoughton Award. And last year the recipient was Carlos Vargas. Round of applause for Carlos. And this year's recipient is Derek Diedrichson. So some of the things you might know about Derek is he's the creator of tiny homes and micro shelters. He's been beautifying the downtown through art. He has the tiny free library at House of Brews. We are airing a presentation that Jeff filmed at the library. If you go on demand at stoughtontv.com and just search Derek, his program will come up. And I just want to read a couple of the emails that were sent about Derek. I wanted to throw in my nomination for Citizens Award, and I keep forgetting. I'd like to nominate Derek Diedrichson in recognition of all the work he has done to bring art into Stoughton Center, for being a good neighbor and friend to the owner of Chicken Kebab. He's been redecorating for free inside the store, as well as he helped him with paperwork and other things, and for building and installing Stoughton's first little library kiosk next to the House of Brews. And we also have another email that says, I truly don't know this person at all, but through Facebook, and then before my eyes around town. I've seen that Derek Diedrichson has been making a significant impact around town. I appreciate his efforts to beautify town center and believe these efforts should be recognized. He appears to be a great community organizer, bringing people together to accomplish the projects around town, such as the window fronts to town center businesses, the tiny free library, posting about a local restaurant needing some cash mob business to help offset some unexpected expenses, etc. He has appeared to be very effective in rallying people around town to help people and businesses, which I know the town is benefiting from. I always look forward to reading from him the happenings around town and his grassroots efforts to mobilize improvements and change. And here is the award for this year's Outstanding Citizen of Stoughton.
All right. Now you guys turn. Take a picture.
I didn't really plan a speech here. I know they always say that at the award ceremonies. It's awesome to see so many of you people here and to meet so many new people as well. It's a complete thrill, honor, surprise. When you told me I was nominated for this, I was very surprised because there's so many other fantastic people in this town who have helped me out, who just helped the town out in general. Steve Kelly, actually, he was one of the early ones who kind of helped me out and gave me a push towards doing some of this art stuff. I used to rent off him. He was a fantastic landlord. And before him, I've had a string of nothing but very awful, awful landlords. So thank you, Steve, for not being a total jerk. I also want to add, I think the last time I received an award, the ceremony was at a Wendy's, so this is a step up here as well. But Leo Fay and Sandra Fay at the Stoughton House of Brews, I think that place is such a great beacon of hope in this town. They have kind of been a sounding board for some of my ideas, much like Chicken Kebab. I'm at the Stoughton House of Brews about once a week. I should raise this mic, but it's too late. Mark Snyder's been super supportive through the paper with a lot of the things I've done. Pam Carr has been awesome, and I'm trying to think, Pam McCarthy as well. There's just so many great people in this town, and I've been doing this just for the fun of it because I live right near the center of downtown and was sick of seeing kind of empty storefronts and such. Mine's the Timothy Leary-esque freaky one that's across from Town Hall. It's not a store, it's just my personal art studio. I was sick of seeing it empty, so I rent it just to light it up. And so I've been doing this for fun, so thank you guys so much. This is very flattering.
All right, next we have, for two shows that are produced at SMAC, Real Life, and actually I want to talk first about Real Life. Mike Wigdor is the producer of Sports Rap with Frank Walsh, and he also started a show called Real Life, which is, they do specials on Academy Awards movies or a certain genre of films, and it's a great show if you haven't seen it. It's Real Life, R-E-E-L, and Frank Mendoza also does presentations at the library as well, which are fantastic, so keep an eye out for those. So this is for Mike Wigdor and Frank Mendoza for Real Life, and for Mike for Sports Rap.
Thank you very much. We really enjoy doing this Real Life, putting together some movie shows. It's fun. It's just a lot of fun and enjoyment. We did one on summer blockbusters. We did one on horror movies. We did one on slapstick comedies where we actually did a Laurel and Hardy skit, and actually at the end of that, I did something I'd never done before. I never thought I would. We threw pies at each other. So it's a lot of fun, and we're planning on doing our next movie extravaganza is going to be on Boston movies. Movies that were about Boston, set in Boston, and I'm going to do my best to have a Boston accent, okay? All right, bros? So anyway, yeah, we really enjoy it, and I have a lot of fun doing it, and Frank's a great partner for it, so go ahead, Frank.
This is my first SMAC Awards banquet, and already there's an award. I feel like Timothy Hutton right now, so thank you. I have not been this emotionally moved since the crane kick and the Karate Kid. So thank you.
Hello? Hello. Okay. All right, now this award goes to one of our newest producers, and she comes in with a lot of her friends. Yeah, you know who you are. And it's, let's see, Robbie Shelley, Regine, the Hidden Gems. The best part of the show is what's not recorded.
Oh, yeah.
They have a tendency to go a little off on their conversations.
I know. Oh, my
And-
God, it's a nice crowd.
Well, I'm being nice to you this year
I
on
know.
the bloopers. I told you that. But
Yeah.
as you continue, you will find yourself on the camera.
Okay,
But
I hope not.
yes, she is a constant professional, constantly trying to improve her show, and everyone gets better and better and better, and she definitely works me like a mule.
I
So,
try not to.
Michelle Sophie, congratulations.
Oh, thanks, Dave.
You're welcome.
I just want to say thank you, and I really have a great time doing the show, and it's just a lot of fun. So I'm just having fun, and hopefully I can bring more shows to the Stoughton public. So thank you, Jeff. Thank you, Dave. Thank you, Mike. I really appreciate it. Oh, thank you. Are you in it?
This certificate goes to someone who's opinionated, loud, works well with me. You know who I'm talking about, Mr. Smith. This is for you. My buddy, my Goomba, my co-host. Two guys separated by 20 years.
You got it.
Congratulations, Paul. You can say something to the nice people?
I think I'll pass this time.
Okay.
Thank you,
pose with me
thank
for
you,
the
and
photo?
keep watching the shows, all of them,
Don't forget
not
who-
just ours.
Look at the camera.
Okay, next. Someone I have become very close to who definitely adds a lot of happiness to my life and my day and the station, and for his show Talking Tunes, and he also co-hosts with Mike Wigdor, Sports Rap. This is for Frank Walsh and also his lovely wife Laura as well.
Thank you, Rob. Thank you.
Speech.
No. Well, thank you very much. I mean, I think it's the fourth year that I've done here, and every year just seems to get better and better. And I just want to pick up where Mike left off. Mike didn't realize that he was part of getting that award for Sports Rap. And Mike and I work together, and we have a great time together. We have a lot of fun. We've been doing it. We're coming up on our 200th show, and we all 200 shows coming up on that. And Mike and I may be in front of the camera, but we wouldn't even be able to do that if it wasn't for our director, Roxanne Morse, who directs the sports rap show. So Roxanne, our hats off for you. And for Mike, you know, again, he didn't realize that. So anyway, I'm speaking for Mike. So anyway, as far as Talking Tunes go, been a great year. You know, definitely want to thank SMAC and everybody at SMAC, all these guys here, for giving me the opportunity to do that. It adds a lot of fun, a lot of enjoyment, and I've had the opportunity to expand and to grow and meet a tremendous amount of people along the way. And if you guys are into music, check it out. There's been a lot of great entertainment, some world-class musicians, world-class entertainment, and it's going to continue to get better and better. And on that note about what I'd said about Mike, you know, I'm the guy in front of the camera, and I feel a little bit funny standing up here by myself because there is no way in heck that I could do this show without Roxanne. So I think Roxanne deserves just as much as I do to be standing up here and definitely sharing this with me. So come up here. Come up here. You know, she pushes the buttons, and she is my technical guru. And Mike and I wouldn't know what to do without her. So, you know, our show is basically, here's the backbone right here. Plus, since I can't share this, and plus Roxanne and I have been working for about, what, a couple of years now? You know, I have something, because if you can work with me and work with Mike for 2 years, I really think that, I really think that you need this. You really need this, having worked with Mike and me. So that's for you, Roxanne. And again, for Mike and me, we wouldn't be here without you and be able to do the things that we do without you pushing the buttons and trying to make us look pretty, which is a very hard job to do. So again, thank you very much.
Okay, this next show is very new, and probably one of the highest quality shows we have. For a show being so new, it looks so fantastic. I'm impressed every time I see it on the television. It's for Get Fresh, and these awards are for Carlos Vargas and the producer Sharon Fradkin. CJ edits that show. That's why it looks so good.
Thank you. That's very sweet.
That's for you.
Thank you.
This is for Carlos. Do you want to say anything?
Sure.
Thank you.
Want to talk?
No, you.
Okay. Well, I'm the talker, so I talk on the show, and I talk here, too. Thank you all. We love the show. We're having a lot of fun. We've gotten great comments from people, so hopefully you're all watching. We're getting ready to tape a few more shows, maybe soon, but I really have to thank Jeff Pickett and Roy Cohen, who helped us get started, taking pictures at the market and tape the shows and directs us a little bit so we look professional. And Laura McDougall, who isn't here, who's our personal chef. And Carlos, we just have the best time, so thank you all.
So time for a shameless plug. I'm directing a production of Hairspray. It's at the Norwood Theater the first 2 weekends of June, and Dima Hendricks here auditioned to be one of the Dynamites and got the role. I was so thankful that she came in and that she was talented, because I was so afraid I was going to have to tell her no, and I didn't, because she was fantastic. But while we're on the subject of the theater, I'm a theater guy, so I have to say that if you do come to see Hairspray, and you should, I think you should really also take notice of the fact that the theater is beautiful. It's amazing. It's been renovated. It's gorgeous. And what it did for the downtown area of Norwood, the businesses are booming. If you went and talked to anybody in that area, they would just say that the theater was such a blessing to be in the town. So I think I wish that as well for the State Theater in Stoughton. I hope that we can have that same kind of experience here. And this award is for public praise. Every time I see this show on television, I cannot believe it was filmed at our studio. It looks so incredible. It's really amazing. The producer, Mike Hendricks, just makes SMAC look like a completely different place. I don't know how he does it, but this is for public praise.
Hello, everybody. All right. Well, first of all, give honor to God for for the gift of creating my lovely wife, my cream and my coffee. Yeah, my co-host does everything. So thank you for this riding with me, being a partner with me through this process. I love coming to these events because I'm around creative people, and we're able to take our creativity and give it life, our viewpoints, our politics, our standards, whatever it is, but we give it life, and SMAC is an area, a place where it gets cultivated. And I really want to take time out to thank Mike and thank Dave and thank Jeff, because these are our encouragers. When we get frustrated at that editing booth and we don't know how to get the chroma key on, and they're like, don't worry, it's going to be okay. It's going to be all right. So I really want to appreciate and honor these men, because without them, without their encouragement, without their know-how, a lot of us probably will still have some footage somewhere hidden on some hard drive someplace. So I really want to thank you guys for that. All right? Thank you.
I just wanted to thank Mike, too. We're spending too much time together now. I feel like I have two husbands named Mike now. But I do want to also kind of... You can pay the rent. That's right. I do want to piggyback off of what my husband said. You have... I've been at standstill for quite some time now. I was a dancer and into pageantry. But I didn't go into theater because I thought, I was getting too old and I had to be a mom and be a wife. But thank you for pulling that out of me. You're such a great director. You're pulling all the great stuff out of us. So I appreciate you.
Thank you. Dima just had her tonsils out. Yeah. She better be at rehearsal, that's all I'm saying. All right, our next award is for the most watched show on SMAC, hands down. The selectmen meetings and the school committee. Eric Stankiewicz, who works behind the scenes to film all of the meetings. Once in a while, he makes a cameo to change the batteries. You can probably see him coming in.
It happens. I usually try to keep myself out of the camera, but I forget sometimes, and I run out. And then you gotta have it on, Mr. Cohen. I can't hear you otherwise. Well, I've been doing this for quite some time, since about November 2009. It's been a while. I'm getting used to it. I used to actually change the camera and then run out and nicely go oh, your mic's not on. And I go, okay. And now I just yell at you from the door, because at this point you should know already. But you still don't get it. Yeah, well, I'm not gonna be going anywhere. I'll probably be here for as long as I can be. So.
Good.
Don't worry, those meetings will get covered.
Thank you. Excellent. Thank you, Eric.
Thank you.
All right, this award for sure should be called the Entourage Award, because there are so many people involved in this production. It's Community Forum. We have our two amazing hosts for Community Forum, Steve Kelly and Joe Feaster. We also have our incredible director, who is so much more than a director at the station. She edits and films, and she helps with hometown business. That director is Gina Coe. by far our favorite cameraman on earth, Leo McGowan. And of course, producer Roy Cohen. Come on up.
I'm not speaking. You're the best.
Watch those awards.
Speakers. Thank you. Oh yeah, let's just take a nice photo.
Yeah, let's take a photo. Yeah.
Speech, Roy.
So we're gonna take
Speech,
a
Roy,
Being
yeah.
up here with all the men, I gotta say.
Let me move over here.
Get everybody for the picture.
Yeah, it's all good. What did we knock over?
You got everybody?
All right.
Huh?
Go ahead, Roy.
Speech, Roy. Oh boy.
Yeah.
Unaccustomed as I am to speaking. Leo, you can see what we've done over the last bunch of years is we've accumulated some great people for the show. It used to be just two people. One would be in the back pushing the buttons, and maybe another one would be the host. Steve Fratkin hosted the show for about 5.5 years until he got tired of it, and we got to give a round of applause for Steve because he was fantastic. The show has become a lot easier for me. It used to be a real pressure cooker, but when I somehow convinced Gina to learn how to push the buttons, and she's like taking over. When I go to the studio now, I arrange for the shows, but I sit in the back and watch everything happen. It's fantastic. Then once in a while I host a show, and yeah, well, that's when the other guys aren't available, so I do it. I hope you had a chance to watch the highlight. The real highlight was about 2 weeks ago. We did a preview of the buzz-off competition that's going to take place at Gillette Stadium. And where is he? This guy here, you got to see this picture. You all know what David looked like before. He looked like the Wolfman Jack. In a matter of about 3 minutes, he was shaved on camera. And also there was one other person. It was quite an experience. I was starting to feel bad for him because used to seeing him. He'd always give you that scary look and everything. Show him how you did it. See, like, and I encouraged him to take the green wrap and put it around himself and just get a face shot. And I'm sure he'll do that, or he's probably already done it.
I already did.
He already did it. Okay. Anyways. The people you see sitting here or standing here are fantastic to work with. They really are. They make the whole production easy. No matter what the subject is, I grab one of them. I say, Joe, do the show. He says, okay. Or Steve, do the show. They're fantastic hosts. If you haven't had a chance to watch them, do it. It's because they really make the show what it is. Fantastic. Mike, Jeff, Dave are the best that you can work with. Yeah. They really are. They do what I'm supposed to do or Gina's supposed to do, and they do the editing. They help out. They pitch in, which I think is fantastic for management to help out and make the shows what they are. And we just can't do it without them. They're fantastic. They've really made the station what it is. In the last 3 or 4 years that Mike has been involved, it's gone from here to here. It's a wonderful, wonderful facility. And look at this crowd here. You're all involved in the thing. More and more people are getting involved because of the incentive that Mike and these other guys give it. And I'm proud to be part of it. And thank you very much.
All right, next we have my personal favorite co-star, our littlest rock star, the co-star of Talking Tunes, Michaela Morrissey. She gets a pink award.
I want to say to everyone, thank you for coming.
Okay, our next award is for one of the oldest shows at the station, Local News. I think many people in this room have probably been on the show, and this is for Dick Murphy.
thought I'd get the award for walking to the, being the only one at the studio ever to have to go to the bathroom while he was on air and had nobody to leave and got up and is shown walking off from the day, you know, and then reappearing. And I thought that would be what the award would be for. Thanks, Mike. I've been doing the show for 15 years, almost every week. And it's a lot of shows. It's a little over 100 now. I enjoy interviewing people and doing the job. And apparently we have best director in the world, Roxanne, right? Yes. Stand up and take it. And we got the best guy running the place itself, this guy, very much so. So I try and do the best I can and bring on topics and guests that I think you'll enjoy. And as I say, we're a little over 100 now and still going. I probably should split the award with Gary Highlander, right? Yeah. Sometime he'll come on and introduce me as a guest, you know. And it'll be that walk into the men's room, you know. I never forget that. Well, I'm very happy. And Mike, I congratulate you for all the work you've done there.
Thank you.
And I got another 95 shows to do,
Excellent.
Okay? Thank you.
Nice.
Thank you very much.
Okay, while we're on the subject of Roxanne, director of local news and sports rap and talking tunes and anywhere else that she needs to jump in, she has a production company called Rocky Productions. She's currently working on a show called Over Easy. They built a set in Studio B. It looks like a courthouse cafe. I saw the first episode. It looks fantastic. She's been casting people and having rehearsals. She's writing. She's incredibly ambitious. This is for Rocky Productions for Roxanne Morse.
Thank you. Well, thank you. I have to tell you a little more about the Over Easy Courthouse Cafe. It started out as two other acting friends and I saying we've got to do some work together. We got to act together. So I said yeah, let's do it. And then is Henry Gravel here? He's not here. Henry Gravel, who is a longtime producer at the studio, he and I are good friends. I've helped produce some of his short scripts, short films, and I just happened to mention to him, hey, you know, we're thinking we'd like to start up a web series. And 24 hours later, he says, I've got the pilot. And I went, really? And he says, yeah, and it's all about this. I can't wait to tell you. And that was probably in early summer last year. And within like 3 months, he had a whole season written. And it's just wonderful. It's awesome. And between the two of us, he primarily built the set that's in Studio B. We have 2 counters. We're using every material or bit that we could find that's in the studio. We've got this wall. The blue wall is there. 2 counters built on wheels so that they're easy to move. We've got chairs. We've got little tables. Everything. And it's all, a lot of it from Henry, who I wish was here, because he should be up here too when it comes to talking about Over Easy. We shot the pilot last October 31st, thanks to Dave, who comes in on that Saturday to make sure that we don't burn the place down.
Yeah. Sell the furniture.
And then we have plans to shoot the rest of the season this summer. It's been a great time. The pilot looks wonderful. We've got music produced locally. We've got It's right now it's a very small cast, but once we need to have actual patrons inside the cafe, you know, you'll be hearing the casting call. So I expect to see some of you there ready to have your faces shown. It's going to be a great series. It's very funny. It's also very touching, so I hope you'll look forward to showing that to you all. Anyway, so I want to thank you, Mike, and Dave and Jeff for putting up with all of this and for letting me, you know, just do whatever I want to do and continue to keep producing things for Stoughton. Anyway, thank you.
Okay. This producer, I'm envious of his clothing. He is the Mac Daddy pasta that I have ever seen. And I think he might be asleep. His code name is the Rev, and it's Pastor Isaac Adeyemi. Yo, Rev. You gotta see his outfits, man. I'm very envious. Come on up, my friend. You're gonna will me to a suit of yours. Here you are. Make a speech.
Well, good evening, everybody. Good evening, everybody. Well, this is a pleasant surprise. I didn't expect this at all. But let me just say something. Mike, Jeff, and David, they are the greatest and wonderful people that helps new producers to get their job done in their studio. They deserve a round of applause. They are good motivators. And this man here, Dave, is a great teacher. Very patient. Even when I'm feeling that, my goodness, I'm acting so stupid, he said, come on, Rep, don't worry about it. Just wake up, I'm almost falling asleep while he's teaching me something, you know. But I really do appreciate everything that you guys are doing and have done for us, okay? And I cannot stop without saying, may God continue to bless you all in that studio, in Jesus' name. And we all say, amen. All right, thank you so much.
Yeah, this guy. He only comes out at night, comes in and harasses us, slurps his coffee.
Steals my peanut butter.
Eats my nuts. While I'm trying to edit, I gotta listen to. And then he sits there screaming, what size is that JPEG? Down on the left, no, the right. No, over there, up there. While he's eating the nuts and slurping coffee. So, it's the producer of Veterans Voice Network, a great guy, Charlie Duquette.
Thank you. I'd like to go to the mic.
You know how this works.
Yeah. Go to the mic. Oh, okay. All right. No, the other mic. Okay.
Remember,
all right.
The photos look good.
Remember Oblio? Okay. I just wanted to say that they forced me. Charlie, you can say something if you get anything, but it has to fit on a 3x5 card. Yeah. So I'm holding. I'm holding to it. The backbone of Veterans Voice Network is Dave the Younger. Okay, and I so influenced him that he got a haircut like mine, so I thought that was very good. But he is the backbone. He makes Veterans Voice Network work, and that's what it's all about. We show veterans how to get their unmet needs met, and there's no greater privilege than that, to help one vet telling another veteran where we got the bread of life, and that is so important. To us, it's not a job, it's not even an occupation, it's an occupation that we love that we do it. And I feel like the Reverend, we got Can I get a witness? We are out there preaching a message that people need to hear. And I also want to mention Veterans Voice Network radio producer Greg Brasso, who we've been partnering in, and we just finished our second year of live radio broadcast and 100 hours of production that we've done. And that wouldn't be possible without the veteran who's also the station owner of WATD 95.9 FM, your South Shores radio station. Probably recognize me from radio, don't you? But anyways, I just want you to remember, smack in the middle of it all is every one of you who doesn't watch TV. You make it. All right? Thank you very much.
I had the pleasure of being on this show when it was filmed in Walpole, and I was so thankful when he actually moved the show to Stoughton, because the guests on his show every week are friends of mine. So it's been nice to catch up with people I haven't seen in a while. If he could, someone should do a show on Guy Giampapa, because he has met so many famous people, celebrities, theater actors. I mean, he just has an unbelievable resume. You wouldn't even believe it. It's for the show preview, Guy Giampapa.
Speech.
A couple of years ago, I came over to Stoughton to interview John Stagnoni because I knew about the State Theater, and I was, I really wanted to see the renovation go on and have that thing become a reality. Well, at that time, I was so impressed with what I saw here in Stoughton. I went back to Walpole and I said, you don't know what you're doing here. You gotta go over to Stoughton. Last year, I made the decision and I came to Stoughton. And I'm now doing my 463rd show. Thank you very much.
Your son lives in Stoughton, right?
Yes.
Yeah, tell him that.
I also want to thank Mike. This guy's terrific. I mean, he really makes me look good. I also got to thank Jeff and Dave. There's no finer people than these three guys, and they are what cable TV is. It's remarkable, and I thank you very much.
Guy's son is a resident of Stoughton as well.
My son lives here.
What's his name?
Michael.
Michael. His name is Michael. I like that name. All right, next victim, as Dave says. Actually, Roy Cohen sometimes directs this show, or a lot of the time directs the show. This is for Bache Papo Com Shirley, which means chit-chat, and it's for Shirley Farber. Shirley is also very innovative. Her show is the first show at SMAC that is actually available on demand on Comcast. She did some research into that, and we upload her show to Comcast every month. There you go.
Well, first of all, thank you all for coming here. It's a beautiful place, a beautiful event for the city of Stoughton, where we can see all the people that actually make the TV here. And I wanted to say that my show is almost 11 years old. And we started in this town of Stoughton, and we grew because of the demand, because the show is geared to Portuguese speakers. So we spread to other towns and cities in Massachusetts that have a large Portuguese population, either from Portugal, from Cape Verde, or Brazil, which is where I come from. And we put in 30 cities and towns in the state. And then we had the opportunity to go with Comcast on demand, so the show is available in 5 different states, the surrounding states, that people can see at any time, which is amazing because sometimes people don't have a chance to see when the show is broadcast, so they can see later on. And we've been doing this for a while, so people catch on. And thankfully, we have people from all over the state and from other states that want to come on the TV show and participate. And that puts Stoughton on the map when we get politicians from Connecticut, from Springfield, and from far away, from Rhode Island, and they want to come on a TV show that is actually taped in Stoughton, and sometimes like they've never been to Stoughton. And I think it's important for people in Stoughton to see that we are putting the town on the map. We had a show that was, although most of the shows in Portuguese, we have interviews in English, of course, because we have people that don't speak Portuguese. We had one that was very talked about with Steve Grossman, and he was a candidate for governor. So I think it was the first time that we had in Stoughton a candidate for governor that come to a TV show and wanted to talk to the people, not only, of course, in the town, but all over the state and the other states. So I think it's important for you guys, because I know most of you don't speak Portuguese, don't watch the show, although I see Vargas, I know he watches the show, he understands Portuguese. I don't know if there's anyone else here that understands Portuguese. But it's important to see that we are putting Stoughton on a map, and not only as a town that has a large Portuguese-speaking population, a lot of other towns don't know that, and it's part of our culture here in Stoughton. Of course, you guys know there is a large Portuguese-speaking population, but not only from Portugal, there's a lot of Brazilians. So I think that's what the show brings to the town. Thank you very much.
All right, now we're down to the team of people who work behind the scenes and try to make everyone's lives easier and help out in any way that we can and encourage people to do new shows. If anyone in this room wants to do a show, please let me know. We can make that happen. I'd like to first introduce the newest member of our team, who is a graduate of Stoughton High School and also works with Marshfield Cable Access. And to talk more about CJ Mullen is Jeff Pickett.
CJ, come on up here.
Get used to it. Thank you.
All right, so CJ came on board this past summer. He interned the previous school year with us, his senior year of college, and we were thrilled to be able to bring him on for this year. And CJ's my sidekick. We go out and cover pretty much anything and everything in the town of Stoughton. Love covering local events, and CJ's right there every step of the way helping to do that and editing them, getting them on air. Excellent. I couldn't think of a more skilled, somebody who's 22 years old, 22? 23. All right, just turned 23. Just turned 23. So skilled at such a young age. He has such a high ceiling, and we are so fortunate to be able to have somebody this young and talented working for us. And it's great to have a product of the Stoughton Public Schools too, with us and going through the same program that so many of the students right now are going through and for television production. CJ is a product of that, and we're thrilled to have him with us. And he makes my job a heck of a lot more enjoyable, and the fact that he puts up with me is just an added bonus. So.
Yeah. All right, just really quickly. I'd like to thank the board of directors. Thank you. I'd like to thank Mike and Dave for always being there to help whenever I need it and making me really feel like part of the team. You're very welcoming, and I appreciate that. I'd like to thank anyone who volunteered on any of the events we did. Me and Jeff. Jeff obviously is the main guy around here, but there are a lot of other people that helped, not only him, but me as well. So I'd like to thank all those people for donating their time, and especially Jeff. He's done so much for me over the past year, and I just appreciate everything you've done for me, and thank you.
Jeff Pickett could have a million things on his plate. Maybe he would schedule an hour to sleep at some point, but he would fill that hour by saying, let's put on a spelling bee, which is pretty much what he did. In one of the busiest times of the year, he said, let's put on a spelling bee. And we did, and it was fantastic, and it wouldn't have happened without Jeff and his connections to the school and town and his connections to so many people, actually. His phone rings all day long. I like looking to see who it is. It's just like a who's who of everyone in town. It's
mostly Spanky.
Mostly Spanky. And usually when he's awake late at night at some point. I cannot say enough about Jeff. You show him something once, he retains it forever. He just continues to grow and grow and grow, and he's just really, really excelled at SMAC, and I could not be more appreciative of Jeff Pickett.
Thank you, everybody. I just want to thank the great team we have here at SMAC. Mike, Dave, CJ, the four of us really work very well together to perform the many different tasks that a local access station is supposed to carry out. Providing a welcoming place for the producers, and it's so wonderful to see such a full room of people who spend hours and hours of their time dedicated to making wonderful programs for our 3 stations on Comcast and Verizon. And it's wonderful to be able to work with 3 other great individuals, rather, to be able to cover the town and to be able to make sure that our events are covered. And I want to actually mention, we talk about the 4 of us as a SMAC team. Eric is part of this team because without Eric, these meetings do not get covered, and we actually have a government channel on Comcast and Verizon. Thank God that finally happened. And that channel is full all day, and 80 to 90% of what's on that channel is because of Eric. So thank you. It's also because we have some very loquacious public servants in this room. Not naming any names. But again, I just want to thank everybody. It's been such a joy to be working here, and I've just loved every minute of this experience. And thanks to the board of directors and everybody who's come tonight. Thank you.
Last but not least, we have Dave Young. Dave, when I came by to drop off my resume at SMAC, he flung the door open, welcomed me like I've never been welcomed in my life, gave me a tour of the studio. I mean, from the second I met him, I felt at home, and we have a very special connection because of that. I could not appreciate more how much he welcomed me, and he always looks out for us. He tells Jeff all the time that his mother forgets what he looks like and he should go home. He's usually yelling for us to wrap up our work and go home. Thank you so much to Dave Young.
Thank you. Thanks, Mike. Thank you. I enjoy working at SMAC, and I enjoy working with all our producers to create the shows that they want to and try to fulfill their dreams. I want to thank the board, the volunteers, and then I also want to apologize to Mike, Jeff, CJ, and all the others that are on the bloopers. Specifically, it's more of us rather than you. So anyway, I wanted to say thank you, and hopefully we can continue this for many more years. And the sky's the limit, and I enjoy working with all these guys. Thank you.
I just want to say I did not buy myself an award.
Yes, you did.
This goes in our lobby. It says, 4th Annual Awards of Excellence presented to dedicated Access members in appreciation of their hard work and dedication in serving Stoughton viewers.
What's on the bottom?
The date.
Michael Hammond.
We really should get Michael an award. Maybe John can give me access to the budget. Just kidding. But we really should be giving Mike an award for all he does for SMAC. I mean, so many of you, when you came up here and spoke about that. So even though we do not have one of these lovely awards, I'm sorry. John just says no. No.
Not in the budget.
Right. We just, I think we all owe, Mike a huge another round of applause for all that you do and helping the station run on a day-to-day basis. And now here's the reason why we won't be talking to Dave on Monday.
Dave has been saying sorry to me all night, so there's something on this blooper reel I don't want to see. It's the final part of the evening. It's just a 10-minute clip, and you have a full-length version, which we have no idea what's on that thing. Dave put shirts over the windows so that we couldn't see what was going on. While we're on the subject of John saying no, John and the board actually say yes to just about everything that's presented. If we need something and it makes sense for the studio, they are just really our best friends in that area as far as purchasing equipment or anything that we might need. And right now we kind of have everything we need. So things are going really well. And I just want to thank the board for that.